Ooh. Shut my mouth wide open, Mac. Shut my mouth wide open. Beauties, it's me, Lydia Marie. Welcome back to the channel. Today, you guys, we have something old and we have something new. So we're going to be doing a quick application and first impressions of the new MAC Studio Fix Plus Powder Foundation in their new formulation that was just released, I don't know, like a week ago, something like that. My shades are a little bit different. I'm going to tell you why in the video, so make sure you stay tuned. But look at the face, look at the material. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to get into this first impressions video. I'm just saying, MAC has never let me down, and I don't think they're about to let me down this time either. If you're new here, my name is Lydia Marie. I mainly do beauty content for women over 40, but everybody is welcome here on the channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Consider joining the beauty family. Let's go ahead and get into this makeup because I want y'all to see this, okay? So starting off with the differences in the packaging, this is the new MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation. 24-hour oil control, buildable blur matte finish. I got the shade NC44. In the original formula, I'm the shade NC42, the same as the foundation. They do not make NC42 in the new powder foundation, so I went with NC44. MAC matched me with NC43.5, which they do not sell in the store. So I went with NC44 after swatching it. When I went to the store to swatch it, I did have on makeup, but I was able to swatch it to my neck and to the sides of my cheek after I wiped off some of my makeup. So you can see that the packaging is a little bit sleeker than this one. Is not as bulky on the top. And I think the biggest thing with this packaging is that it is refillable. So this is what it looks like. And you can slide this part out, like this part up, and refill it, so you don't have to keep buying more packaging over and over. So the definite biggest difference with the new formula is that it's talc free, and when you touch it, it kind of feels more like a cream to powder texture on there than versus a powder. So this is NC44. Maybe I'll swatch it in my tan line like that. So that is very, very silky. The original powder formula is also quite silky as well, but this one says it's still medium to full coverage. It's a 2-in-1 foundation and setting powder. I like to use mine as a foundation. It's a blur matte finish, up to 24-hour oil control. It's lightweight blendable, and it has some skincare benefits in it, such as sugar kelp and red algae extract. Those are good for hydration. The silky talc free texture smooth and even skin tones and delivers a customizable medium to full coverage while also being sweat and humidity resistant. It comes in 67 shades. Normally it retails for $35. Let me see. It retails for the classic $39, but it's currently on sale for $29.25, both at Ulta and on MAC's website. So, like I said, I got the shade in this new formula NC44 because they did not make NC42. So, let's try this. Okay, so this is NC44. This is the new formula. I'll get you nice and close. And this is NC42 in the classic powder formula. If you take a look, I can see why they kind of eliminated NC42 in this one, because this one looks alike. So they have adjusted the shades. If you can, go to the store and swatch the shades first. I cannot recommend that enough, because what you wear in this and what you wear in the liquid foundation is not going to be the same as this. They have adjusted some things. If you can go swatch the shade before you buy it, highly recommend that. That is my disclaimer. I thought I was going to get NC42 and they no longer sell it. So that's that. So we're going to try to swatch it now that I don't have on makeup and I'm not in the store. I'm in my own lights. And I've seen the MAC artists use a flat brush. I've been watching MAC's YouTube and TikToks. I've seen them use a flat brush to apply it. So far, all I have on is my makeup prep, my skincare, my moisturizer, and I have on some under eye concealer and a little bit of color correction. That's it. So we're going to swatch this new formula, and then we're going to swatch the old formula, and we're going to see the difference. So I got the new formula on a brush. You can still see that it is still a powder, but it's very silky. It feels like a cream to powder. They did a little something different, and that might have to do with the talc. As you can see, I'm a little lighter here. So we're going to swatch it right here. Let me see if I can get you guys nice and close. Close enough. And that is, that is a good match. It's a little warm, so it may be a little closer to my summer color, but actually, it feels really nice. It's got a nice little silkiness to it that I'm going to take that and I'm just going to press it in. Oh, there's the color. Yeah, it's a little warm. And we are using this as my complexion product. So this is NC44. I tried NC40 and it was too light. I tried NW40 something because it looked very similar to this, but it was way too warm. It wasn't, this is more golden. That one was way more something. I couldn't put my finger on it. But that looks really nice and smooth. You can see where my color corrector is. So I'm going to add some more just to see how this gives you the coverage. And I know because I'm using a flat brush that picks up more product and I'm not using a powder brush, it's really going to, and I'm pressing this in, it's going to give me the coverage, the medium, the full coverage, but it looks nice. That actually looks really nice. It matches with the perimeter of my face and it definitely matches down here. I'll show you. It matches my neck. See? So when I apply it, it'll be seamless and I'll let whatever brightness come from my concealer. It feels nice and lightweight though. A lot of people have said they don't like the new formula. I have my theories behind that, but to each their own. Makeup is not one size fits all, which is why I encourage you to try things for yourself if you're able, or if you're curious enough and you're looking at us applying it and you're like, I wonder if that would do me. Try it out. Everybody is different, but this is what the coverage is looking like. Really nice. I'm going to flip the brush over, though I got some on there, and I'm going to show you the difference between the older formula, which is this one, or the original formula, and I'm just going to put that right here over this part of the color correction. It's definitely more kick up in this one, kick up in the pan, so when you do it, it comes out a little bit more powdery. But that's the talc, excuse me. But the colors look very similar. Am I tripping? When I go to watch this back, I'm going to see. And you can use this as a setting powder for sure, a pressed setting powder. But they both give you that good coverage. Let me do a little bit out here. And this is the NC42 powder. The fact that I just got a new one of these NC42s and then they released this new formula, I was kicking myself like, why didn't I just wait? I don't know. I needed a new one of these, but it's okay. It's okay. I kind of like the new formula better because this one is really giving a little bit more dryness, more matte, whereas this is giving me more skin-like. This looks actually more natural over here, whereas this one is looking a little bit more full. I'm going to finish the rest of my face with this one. The new formula, this one. So for this, my cheek area where I need the most coverage, I'm going to go in with a flat top kabuki brush. And I'm going to dip in here. And we're really going to go in because I want to see this coverage. I want to see how this does on my cheeks. Ooh. Shut my mouth wide open, Mac. Shut my mouth wide open. Okay, I was talking about the coverage and it gave that. Wait a minute. Make me eat my words, why don't you? If I'm using this as a foundation, I'm definitely going in with a brush that's going to pick up more product. And I'm tapping this in so I'm not swirling anything around because I really want to see how the coverage is giving, and it's giving. It's giving coverage. Yeah, let me blend this out. Want to make sure it's blended all the way down so you can see how seamless it is. I already like the feel of this. Now I understand from listening to Mac and the artist that if you have dry skin, more dry skin, maybe normal to dry, this is going to be a much better formula for you because it is has that nice smoothness to it and the talc, and it feels better already. It doesn't feel as heavy. A lot of people have not been liking this. A lot of people haven't been liking it, but I think because, in my opinion, classically, the original Studio Fix was really, really great for absorbing oil. So if you were an oily girl and you had this matte finish powder, you were going to love it. But if you have dry skin and you have a lot of talc, sometimes that can suck the life out of it, and you have to do a lot to kind of bring back the moisture. So when I heard that this might be good for dry skin, and I have dry skin, yeah, I needed to try it. I'm taking the tiniest bit of brightening concealer. I really like how that covered up that hyperpigmentation. That coverage is nice. I'm going to take a little bit of this Tower 28 concealer in the corner of my eye just for a little pop of brightness. And then I'm going to finish my face. And I'm going to come back and tell you how I like this powder with the rest of my face on. Maybe even do some touch-ups. I'm also going to spray on my MAC Fix Plus just to melt all this powder and concealer together. Because whether a powder is good for dry skin or not, I don't want powder just sitting on the top of my face, okay? Where my fan at? I'm going to go ahead and give my face a nice fan here. Melt everything in. Blend this out, and we're going to come back with some more powder. Everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me. Working out for me. Working out for me. Okay, I finished my face. I'm going to go over my face. Girl, my curtain just blew in a way that was quite scary. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go over my blush a little bit with the powder, and for this, I'm going to go back in with the flat brush, but I really like how much coverage that daggone powder is giving me, and honestly, I can tell the difference in the feel between the new formula and this one, the older formula, because it feels way lighter to me. It feels a lot lighter, so I'm just going to tap around it. Yeah, that coverage is nice. And because I am using you can totally use a fluffy brush with this and buff it in, and I will do that the next time, but I really just wanted to see dang, that's nice. It's so clean. See the coverage, and because I watched the MAC videos to see how they were applying this, it really made more sense to do this with the flat brush to get the coverage that I desired. So, I mean, it does give a nice matte finish, but it looks more natural matte. I don't look like I have the air sucked out of me, you know what I'm saying? You can still see my skin. Okay, matte. So this is what we're looking like, and I have to say, I really do like that powder. I'm looking in 3 different mirrors. My mirror in front of me, my side mirror, and the viewfinder, and it looks, let me see, can I get you guys closer? Look how clean that looks. And I just sprayed my face down again, which is why it looks a little dewy. Yeah, I love how it covered up my hyperpigmentation with that little bit of color correction. It just looks nice and fresh. I'm curious to see how a wear test is going to go, like when I'm outside or if I'm filming, to see how it wears up. Keep in mind, this is just the first impression. I literally took it out the box in front of y'all. So I wanted to try this on, but I feel like if you are a dry skin girly, this is going to be a good powder for us. I really, really do. And I want to see how I do it, how it applies the next time when I do a fluffy brush, like if I wear liquid foundation like I normally do. That's going to be the key too as well. But for wearing this as a powder foundation, first impressions, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. I really like how it looks and how it feels. It doesn't just feel so heavy and cakey, but again, I only have this on, so I want to see how it works. It's kind of like a setting or a finishing powder underneath my cream or liquid foundation. So we'll be back with more tests, no problem. So beauties, if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up and let me know what your first impressions are of my application of the new Reformulated MAC Studio Fix Plus powder. Again, I have the shade NC44, which actually does not look bad at all. It looks, man. Okay, so the next time we come back, I'm probably just going to do another video or shop my stash or something like that and apply this after a liquid foundation to see how light it can go, because right now I have it full coverage for a reason, using a flat brush with dense bristles that really pick up the product and pack it on. But I like how it looks. It's not settling into my lines looking crazy or making my skin look really dry. Look at that. That is really nice. It feels really good. Okay, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're going to be working with this more. Leave a comment down below if you haven't already. Consider hitting that subscribe button, and we will be back with the next video real soon. Bye.